Welcome back. Today we are going to talk about product backlog. What is product backlog? Product backlog is a prioritized list of work for development team that is derived from the roadmap and its requirements. Requirements can be categorized as themes, epics, features, stories, spike, or non-functional requirements, also called NFR. Let me take this one by one to make it more clear. When we get the requirements for the first time, it's normally at very high level, which needs to be analyzed and refined with subject matter experts. This is very high level requirement, also called epic. If you look at the slide, top triangle talks about themes and epics. Let's understand this with an example. Our imaginary project is talking about a training portal for corporates, which is basically theme of our project. One of the epics under this theme would be platform for students who want to undergo corporate training and or certification for upskilling that will help the students to grow in their career. So this is epic. Every epic should be clearly defined, should have clear acceptance criteria and outcome. In this particular session, we'll talk about high level about product backlog, but we'll be deep diving into the techniques of writing epics and stories in upcoming sessions. An epic can be further broken down into features. Now, when we further break down features, we come up with multiple user stories. A story should be small, should have clear description and acceptance criteria from end user's perspective, and it should be estimable and testable. If we don't have enough information to create a clear user story, then we can create a spike which is used to do the analysis and collect required information to create a story after that. Example of one of the user story for our project would be, given that students search for training they want to do using some keywords, search results should populate all available trainings with mentioned keyword in the title within 3 seconds. So the first part of the story provided the functional requirement. The last part of the story, which talked about providing the training results within 3 seconds, is more around performance, or also called non-functional requirement. Lastly, every story, there should be list of all small development and testing tasks that is needed to accomplish the story. So as you see in the slide, the last rectangle is the tasks, the small task that needs to be created after the story is created. Let's understand the life cycle of the story. So first of all, product owner creates a new story and groom that story with the team. When all the associated questions are being answered and team provides an estimation on the story, this will become the part of prioritized product backlog. So now the story is ready to be picked up for the implementation. It can be planned as part of the sprint and need to be committed by the team. Once implemented and tested by the team, product owner validates the story and closes the story after checking definition of done. There are two critical terms to learn: DOR, that's definition of ready, and DOD, that's definition of done. Definition of ready states what is needed for an item to be ready to be worked upon by implementation team. DOR basically defines and specifies the agreement as to what items on the intake process have to contain to have work started by implementation. So in simple words, DOR is a checklist to check if developer can pick this for development or not. For any story to be picked up, it should be discussed and groomed with a team. It should have clear acceptance criteria and should not have any pending questions to be answered. Definition of done is when all conditions or acceptance criteria that a software product must satisfy are met and ready to be accepted by user, customer, team, or consuming system. Major point under DOD, which is validated by product owner, is acceptance criteria. Other DOD parameters can include completion of task, unit test written, executed and passed, code review is done, test cases are reviewed, automation is completed and passed, and code is deployed.